Let's talk about Batlin Boxers. They got 3 new cards. First one is Batlin Boxer Shadow. During your main phase, you can detach material from a Batlin Boxer Exceeds monster you control. And if you do, special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effective Batlin Boxer Shadow once per turn. First things first, this will make Lead Yoke stronger, and because this is an effect, I do believe that this will also trigger your Glass Jaw. Being able to use your materials off your Lead Yoke is really nice, even though usually you want to save it for when your opponent tries to blow shit up. Now, Lead Yoke in particular is still a good card. It's annoying to get off the field. Motherfucker becomes like, what? 3,800. But there are also some times where you'd rather summon some other things, swarm the field, whatever. Make more exceeds, wreck your opponent's face. And Shadow allows that to happen. Even though it is not limited to Lead Yoke, you usually want to use it on Lead Yoke. So level 4s right now in Battling Boxers are Switch Hitter, Headgeared, Shadow, Sparrer, and Glassjaw. You play 3 of each of those, that's 15 monsters. You got 3 Rhoda, there's a deck. Number 79, Battling Boxer Nova Caesar. Requires 2 level 4 monsters. I believe Lead Yoke was exclusive to Battling Boxers, but it's a Battling Boxer, so it works with Battling Boxers, right? Once per turn, you can attach 1 Battling Boxer monster from your hand or graveyard to the card as exceeds material. I don't really see why you would do this. This card gains 100 attack for each exceeds material attached to it. If you need to get over something, then that's a thing, but when you just use Counterpunch, when this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect and sent to your graveyard, you could target level 4 or lower Battling Boxer monsters in your graveyard up to the number of exceeds material this card had on the field, special summon those targets. It has to be by your opponent. Off jump, no shonen, you have 2 materials in Nova Caesar. If it gets blown up by any means, has to hit the graveyard though, you get at least 2 monsters back. This card isn't terrible, but it's nowhere near as good as Lead Yoke. I suppose that you could probably play Nova Caesar before Lead Yoke just to see what your opponent is going to do about it or something, right? Kind of like baiting their back row if they have it. Other than that, Lead Yoke's still a better card in most situations, but I'm glad that we have it. At least there's another Battling Boxer Siege, right? And there is a counter trap. During the battle phase, when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, while you control a Battling Boxer monster, negate the activation if you do destroy it. This is an Infinity Barrier, whatever shit you want to call it, for Battling Boxers within the battle phase. Seeing as they fight, they're boxers. They want to punch face and apparently themselves based on this picture. So where normally I would talk some shit about them having an Infinity Barrier limited to the battle phase, it makes sense considering they're like punching motherfuckers. So even though it has that limitation, it is very well possible that you will still get blown out by this motherfucker. Just because there are effects that happen during the battle phase all the time. Monster effects, whatever. People play Mirror Force. Hey! Attack! Mirror Force. Fuck you. How many would you play? I wouldn't play 3 of it because it's really limited to the battle phase. So maybe 1 or 2 copies. I think 2's a bit of reach, but you could probably do it. Playing 1 of, I don't think it really hurts that much to play it. And it is an Infinity Barrier. Anytime during the battle phase, period. It could be anything, an honest, whatever. Battling Boxer. They are now, I would say, consistent. Primarily because they got more monsters. Well, more level 4s that allow you to make Lead Yoke quicker. Your first turn, you want to Lavalval chain, send Switch Hitter, then you switch Glassjaw to get the Switch Hitter back, so you got your next turn planned out. That happens rather consistently. I know, I tried it out just a little bit. All of these decks that have been boosted by World Superstars, I think that they are pretty competitive. No, not on the level as Necros, because you act like that shit's up there, like the pussy is so amazing. But there are other decks out there, and if they do something that their archetype's supposed to do and they do it consistently, you can still die. Like, that doesn't change just because Necros is apparently the best deck. Like, Battling Boxer can still punch a motherfucker's lights out. That was such a boxing pun. I understand that some people are pretty narrow-minded when it comes to World Superstars, and I think this set is wonderful. I've never bought a box or haven't bought a box in a very long time. It's going on a few years. I just might do that shit because of all this crap you get in it. This is what I've been talking about, right? This set is something that should happen more often. But then I guess if they didn't give us shitty cards in sets, perhaps we wouldn't be able to appreciate it. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Appreciate that. If you would like to support me in some form or fashion, all I ask you is you spend literally seconds out your day to click an advertisement. The money accumulated go towards rent. I'm going to say thank you very much in advance. Find some time to help me out.